Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn a chapter in physics, chapter 12, electricity. What is electricity? Electricity is a form of energy. We use electricity constantly in our daily life. It is one of the most important forms of energy. Electricity operates our lights, runs our refrigerators and kitchen appliances. Electricity is the flow of electric charges. Charge is a fundamental property of matter. There are two types of charge, positive charge and negative charge. Unlike charges attract each other and like charges repel each other. The SI unit of charge is coulomb. One coulomb is equal to 6 into 10 raised to 18 electrons. Charge of a proton is equal to 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulombs. Charge of an electron is equal to minus 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. We know that atoms are made up of protons, electrons and neutrons. Protons and neutrons are placed at the center of the atom, which is called the nucleus. Electrons move around the nucleus. These electrons possess some energy. Electrons are negatively charged, protons are positively charged, and neutrons does not have any charge. Electrons circles the nucleus and protons and electrons attract each other. These electrons move from one atom to another. Thus electricity is produced when protons and electrons interact each other. So electricity is mainly the flow of electrons. Electricity is of two forms, static electricity and current electricity. Static electricity. Electric charges at rest is called static electricity. Current electricity is electric charges at motion. In this chapter, we will learn about current electricity. Electric current. Electric current is a continuous flow of electrons. It is also defined as the rate of flow of electric charge. It is the amount of charge flowing through a unit cross section per second. I is equal to Q divided by T, where I is the electric current, Q is the net charge and T is time. SI unit of electric current is ampere. Smaller units of current are milliampere and microampere. In an electric circuit, the electric current flow in an opposite direction to the flow of electrons. This current is called conventional current. It flows from the positive terminal battery or cell to the negative terminal. An ammeter is used to measure electric current. Ammeter has very low resistance, so it is always connected in series in a circuit. Conductors. Conductors are those materials or substances which allow current to pass through them. Conductors are those materials in which electrons can move freely. All metals are conductors. Insulators are substances or materials which do not allow current to pass through them. Insulators do not have any free electrons to move. For example, wood and plastic are insulators. Electric circuit. It is a closed path along which electric current flows. The electrons can only flow when there is a potential difference between 2 points in an electric circuit. For example, water flowing through a tube. It is only possible when there is a high pressure at one side and low at another side. Then it will move from high pressure to low pressure. In case of electric current, the flow of charge is made possible due to chemical action within a cell that generates the potential difference across the terminals of the cell. Open and closed circuits. An electric circuit through which no current flows is called an open circuit. An electric circuit through which current flows continuously is called a closed circuit. Electric potential difference is defined as the work done to move a unit charge from one point to another in an electric circuit. V is equal to W divided by Q, where V is the potential difference, W is the work done, and Q is the net charge. The SI unit of potential difference is volt. Electric potential difference is also known as voltage. Electric current flows from a higher potential to a lower potential. Electric potential difference may be produced by a battery consisting of one or more electric cells. Voltmeter is an instrument used to measure potential difference. It has high resistance, so it is always connected in parallel across the points between which the potential difference is to be measured. Galvanometer. Galvanometer is an instrument used to detect current in an electric circuit. Circuit diagram. A graphical representation of an electric circuit through symbols is called a circuit diagram. These are the symbols of some commonly used components in a circuit diagram. Ohm's law. Ohm's law states that electric current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference between 2 points. In other words, V directly varies with I. V upon I is equal to a constant. V is equal to IR, where R is a constant for the given conductor and it is called resistance. Resistance. It is a property of a conductor by which it opposes the flow of electric current through it. When free electrons drift inside a conductor, they frequently collide with its positive ions or atoms. The motion of electrons is opposed during these collisions. This is the basic cause of resistance. SI unit of resistance is ohm. Factors on which resistance of a conductor depends. Length of the conductor. Resistance R is directly proportional to the length of the conductor. This means resistance increases with increase in length of the conductor. This is the cause that long electric wires create more resistance to the electric current. Thus, resistance R is directly proportional to the length of the conductor. Resistance R is inversely proportional to the area of cross-section A of the conductor. This means resistance will decrease with an increase in the area of conductor and vice versa. More area of conductor facilitates the flow of electric current through more area and thus decreases the resistance. This is the cause that thick copper wire creates less resistance to the electric current. Nature of material. Some materials create least hindrance for the flow of electrons and hence are called good conductors. Silver is the best conductor of electricity. Some other materials create more hindrance in the flow of electric current, that is flow of electrons through them. Such materials are known as bad conductors. Bad conductors are also known as insulators. Plastic, glass, etc. are examples of bad conductors. Thus, resistance R is directly proportional to length of the conductor and inversely proportional to area of cross section of the conductor. So, resistance R is equal to rho L upon A, where rho is called the resistivity of the conductor. Resistivity. Resistivity is the resistance offered by a piece of material per cross section per unit length. Resistivity rho is equal to Ra divided by L. SI unit of resistivity is ohm meter. Resistivity of materials varies with temperature. Resistivity depends on the nature of the material of the conductor. Metals have very low resistivity. Silver has the lowest resistivity, so it is the best conductor. Copper and aluminum are used for electrical transmission lines as they have very low resistivity. Insulators have very high resistivity. Resistivity of an alloy is generally higher than the resistivity of its constituent metals. Alloys have high resistivity and they do not oxidize or burn readily at high temperature. For this reason, they are commonly used in electrical heating devices like electric iron, electric heater, toasters, etc. Tungsten is used as filament of electric bulb. Thank you.